All right, next up we got the Cleveland Browns at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta came up with a win, 23-20. This game, I didn't really see anything that stood out in this game in particular. Um, Jacoby Brissett didn't play particularly awful to lose this game. Nick Chubb ran for over 100 yards. Um, Atlanta's offense ran the ball pretty well. Mariota 7 for 19 and 139 yards and a pick. I know they got the win, but come on now. And also, Amari Cooper was not very involved in this game. I don't know if he was shut down or if he wasn't involved in the offense. Seems like when he's more involved in an offense, they're way more successful. Um, but I think Cleveland's just trying to make 500 before Deshaun comes back. I think it's unrealistic for them to expect a winning record before week 12. Uh, Jacoby is someone that's going to keep he's like the perfect backup. He's probably not a franchise dude, but he I think that's it's kind of the perfect quarterback for them to have. Very quiet, humble, just managing what he's got around him. Um, as for Atlanta, they've been playing up to their competition all year. They almost beat the Chargers. They almost beat the Rams. And they've had a couple really close ones. Now they're back to up to 2-2. Mariota kind of doing the same thing, keeping them barely afloat, but his stats seem a little worse than Brissett's week in, week out. Um, Never been big on Mariota. I think they should switch to Ritter, but I highly doubt they're going to after they won, obviously. Um, as for the Falcons playmakers, I have not seen London very much, but he's a great player, and so is Kyle Pitts. And I think if you got Kyle Pitts in London and him all together, I think Ritter, I think that would be a really good young deadly combo because they're all kind of pro ready. So they're not really going through like the process of growing pains of being most rookies have to go through. They're all ready to be pretty darn close to their ceiling. I think that's the move they should make in their future. I think it was a great draft pick. Obviously, they're not going to bench Mariota coming off a win, like I said, but man, those stats are screaming that's what's holding them back. So, uh, overall, close game, a good game. I think both these teams have an overall decent squad. They just don't really have a particularly great quarterback.